I no longer know if it's actually a good thing that I'm fixing up this 335i. Every Thursday, I'm here for like 8-10 hours of labor. This was not a trade-in at my dealerships. Cars this old really don't get traded in that often anymore. This was a Kijiji find. I can have the dealership do it, but I'm paying labor. Even at a discounted rate, it doesn't make sense to pay anybody to do something that I can do. I'll only pay the shop to do stuff like alignments and other stuff that I can't actually do, or like tires and everything like that. And since I am in sales and I'm not a mechanic, I can't use the hoist. If I was a mechanic, I think their mechanics are allowed to use the hoist after their shifts or something like that. But since I'm in sales, I'm not allowed in that shop. Okay, let's get into the update. So I just finished replacing the half shaft, fixing the e-brake. Check out my last videos for that. And now I want to put the center console back in. So since I've had this car, I have not been able to use the aux cable because the very first time I went to go plug it in, this tab was broken and I pushed in there and I couldn't fish it out. So now we finally have it. I think I might just leave it like that. I did find that this switch is so that you can have a heated cup holder. You see these vents here? On the back side with the air vent that's going towards the back, it opens up right here and goes in there, which is actually amazing. I had no idea the E92s offer this, but basically, like if you have it open or close the vent, this will basically do the temperature that's coming through. So in the summertime, if you're blasting your AC, it's going to cool down this. And in the wintertime or whatever, if you're blasting the heat, it's going to cool up this area, which is actually pretty cool depending on what drink you have in there. Before I bought the E92, I was never really a fan of the E90 chassis, but now that I've had it, I'm starting to really enjoy it. I'm learning all these like little hidden quirks about the car. Right now it's time to do the thermostat, and if I have time, we'll do the oil catch can. It's like a typical BMW, leaking oil. It is coming from the oil cooler. Next Thursday, I should be fixing that. All right, now the pan's on. Let's get it off. Okay, so I got the under tray off, and it's 6:30. I'm thinking I want to go home. As you can see, the oil cooler leak is very bad. Like, I got oil everywhere down here. So it'll be very good. Like, it's dripping right away. Like, it's soaking all this oil. And before I started driving it, all this oil was gone. I had cleaned up all of it. So really want to get that oil cooler in so that I can do this next Thursday, and then no more leaking oil on this car. But yeah, it's leaking a lot. I'm thinking I'm not going to do the thermostat because I got to remove the fan in order to pull that thermostat. Hard to see it, but it looks like I will need to remove the fan. In order to do that, I got to remove all the stuff up here, so I'm just going to hold off. Before I actually took off the under tray, I put the interior trim back together. This took me like 45 minutes, so it's pretty late now. But this carbon wrap over top of the silver, it's a lot blacker. It's pretty cheap. I apparently suck. I got air bubbles everywhere. I do have there's more to do. All the silver inside the car, replace all of that stuff. We'll do that another day. Let's lower the ride height and get out of here. Ride height has been adjusted about an inch. Let's drop it down, see how it looks. Ride height is looking good. Now it's time to go home. Follow along for the next update.